then you decide that you just like shout an apology. You're like, I'm really, I'm really sorry that I upset you.
I was hangry.
I was super grumpy because I want to go on my vacation and I wanted a sandwich. Take me home tonight. I don't want to let you go till you see the light. Be my choose your own adventure.
What?
That's our new theme song.
Oh, hate it.
I think it's great.
All right, well, beware and warning, and welcome, everybody, to Choose Your Own Book Club. It is a podcast all about the Choose Your Own Adventure books and also our friendship.
I don't know. I think we're going to have to terminate the friendship. You're mixing plaids today. We're done here.
I am just,
we're done.
Well, I dressed like an old man today just because that's my spirit animal, is this old man.
Oh. We're the movie Up, essentially.
Well, that's sad.
Well, it's better than being the movie Brave Little Toaster. That one scarred me for life.
I haven't seen that in forever. I wonder if it, like, holds up, or maybe it probably didn't even hold up back in the day.
No.
Well, I know there's like there's a part at the end where like there's a big like trash compactor and like it kills like a bunch of like things.
It's like most emotionally traumatizing for the young viewer.
Mm-hmm. Not like his books.
Not like these books. the one we're going to talk about today. This one's fine.
Speaking of child endangerment, when I was coming into your library, there was so at your library, we won't say where, but you have a big revolving door.
Yeah.
So I came in a little bit early,
and
so I was pushing on the door, and there was a family coming in, and there was a little boy, and I was pushing it, and I was like kind of waiting because I was waiting for him to come on, and and so I was kind of like waiting, but he was kind of like struggling to like get in, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for it because he's kind of waiting. And then as soon as I start pushing, he starts going in and I crush this kid with this revolving door.
Yeah.
I think like he kind of like wanted to get crushed and see if he could make it. And he clearly didn't. He chose wrong.
No, it's like the worst game of double dutch ever. You're trying to jump into the jump rope. Like, no.
And so, I crushed this kid and I immediately like tried to push the door back, which it's hard to do because they're meant to go like one way.
Yeah. Well, and also we just had the weather stripping replaced. So the doors are like extra hard to push right now.
And then, so I pull the door back and then I keep pushing this kid goes through. And then the sister goes through, and then like the grandma says sorry to me. I said it's okay. Like I didn't apologize to her.
You crushed my child. Apologies, sir, for darkening your day.
So that was my adventure for the day.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Let's talk about some non-realistic child endangerment.
Space Patrol
with Space Patrol.
Space Patrol.
So this is number 22. In the Choose Your Own Adventure series. I thought it was kind of interesting right off the bat because it says Space Patrol by Julius Goodman. Because these books become so popular, they start outsourcing some of them. And so this is the first Julius Goodman. He only writes 4 Choose Your Own Adventure books. And then at the bottom, it says an R.A. Montgomery book, which I thought was interesting. I don't know why, but then I realized that the next book that we're reading, Lost Tribe, it says by so-and-so, and the bottom says an Edward Packard book.
Oh.
So I don't know what that means.
They sourced the author or something?
Or I don't know if they're like either Montgomery kind of did like an outline or did like a pass on it or did like editing on it maybe.
I wonder. Hey, Choose Your Own Adventure. What's up with that?
Yeah. So we're still friends with Edward Packard. I wrote to him just a couple days ago. So I'm going to ask him about that and see if we can get an answer.
That's interesting.
But anyway, this is Space Patrol number 22, written by Julius Goodman, as we said. How about let's get right into Choose Your Own Summary. So I have some really good ones today. Abby, what you're going to do is
Okay.
you're going to summarize this book in 60 seconds or less.
Okay.
But you're going to choose how you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, option 1, as you can see in the cover, there's kind of space madness happening. There's a whole bunch of ships.
I have space madness.
Space madness. So there's a whole bunch of ships. There's you with kind of a ray gun.
Yeah.
And there's also in the corner, there's this little like Shirley Temple looking little girl for kind of no reason. Well, she barely plays into the plot, but she's in one of the branches. So you're going to do it as kind of like a space Shirley Temple, like a little golly gee.
On the good ship, sus REV3.
Exactly like that. So option 1 is space Shirley Temple. Option 2 is, again, since this is a space book, you're going to use a lot of sound effects in your summary. So I want more sound effects than actual words. These are good ones, I think.
These are. I think I'll do Space Shirley Temple.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to do it. Okay.
You're kind of like warming up. You're kind of doing like a...
I'm like trying to get myself into the mindset of this child. Oh my goodness.
Ooh. All right, well, 60 seconds starts now.
Well, gee, golly gosh, sir. I'm a guy and I'm in the Space Patrol. Gee whiz. I have a weird robot on my ship and it helps me fly it, but I can't wait to go on vacation. There's a little bit of time left that I have to do my job. I don't want to do my job.
Pouty face.
When I drive around in my big spaceship, whoa, there are stars. Sometimes people call for help. Oh, gosh, what am I going to do?
15 seconds.
Should I go and help them? Oh, man, I might get space fever. Oh, I might get captured by bad guys. But sometimes I could help. Whee!
Perfect.
Thank you.
There was, for those at home, there was like a visual component to this that it was hard to describe. It was a lot of like chin on hand, like, oh, golly gee.
Very emotive faces.
It was a lot of doll eyes, too, looking up. It was very good.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's get right into this one. So Space Patrol.
Starring me.
You are the commander and pilot of Space Rescue Emergency Vessel 3. You are also the sole passenger aboard SREV 3, unless you count Henry, the ship's computer. Which, first off, right off the bat, I was really confused because I was like, wait, so I'm the pilot of this other ship, but I'm also a passenger on SREV 3? But then it took me a while to realize, oh, it's an acronym.
Yeah.
I was just dumb.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, so you are your commander, you're a pilot, and you're the sole passenger on SREV 3. Except for Henry, he's the ship's computer, and he's basically the ship's mom.
He's like the Hal.
Yes.
He's the Hal of this situation.
Except he doesn't go evil unless he does.
Sometimes he does. If you make the wrong choices, he will.
So yeah, he's just like he's a robot, and the company that made him is absolutely reliable, and it's in italics, so you know it's true.
Yeah, it's like the italics are like the air quotes
exactly
of this book.
So yeah, you're there to provide peace and provide rescue services in space most of the time, unless you kill people.
You're a space cop.
Yeah, so it gets, well, we'll get to it. So yeah, you're there to help. You are a 23rd century policeman, proud to wear the bright crimson and gold of the patrol.
Yeah, and it is bright.
Yes.
I mean, you look like Iron Man. Like, I'm not joking.
Or like if like C-3PO and Iron Man had a kid.
Yeah, for real. You've got like metal undies.
Looking fabulous. So one of the major duties as commander as the patrol is to be on lookout for pirates between Venus, Earth, and Mars. That comes up a little bit later. You provide emergency repair, medical services. And so this part was really interesting. You spend 6 months in space, then go planetside for 6 months of rest and relaxation. So you spend 6 months at work and 6 months off. So I was wondering, like, would you like that or no?
I don't think so. It kind of reminded me, though, of like how firefighters will do like 2 days on, 2 days off, but like way, way different. Like half the year.
Yes.
I wonder if firefighters would be down with a half the year on, half the year off.
I don't know. I don't know if I would like it or not. Probably not.
No. Do you still get paid when you're in your 6 months?
I would imagine
relaxation.
so.
Well, then, yeah, I'll do it. Bye. I imagine you're like in the middle of a crime fight battle and you're like, oh, sorry, guys. 6, it's my time.
Well, that comes up because
I gotta
go. the next line is, the tour of duty you are on now will be over in a few weeks. So you just got a couple weeks to hold on to until you're on vacation.
Exactly. And so if my little timer goes off when I'm like mid pirate battle, I'm just peacing out.
This is an odd little detail. Patrol regulations say you must not go into space during your vacation, not even to a planet's moon. Your superiors want to make sure you don't even think of space during your rest.
If you think of space, you're going to go to jail.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, they take you and they send you to space jail.
No looking up at the sky.
No. Don't even look at the moon and be like, oh, it's pretty today. Nope. You just thought of space. Oh, buddy, you are screwed. You just made the mistake of your life. A rookie mistake. You think you're going to take your date out and look at the stars? No. Not if you're dating a space cop.
So you have been thinking a lot about your vacation. You're thinking of going to Venus this time, and this is a really weird sentence. It's one of the universe's best-known pleasure spots.
Ooh!
Yeah, it's weirdly phrased.
Yeah. Does it have lots of cotton candy? This is a kid's book.
It is a kid's book, yeah. So, but it's just like
space.
it's weird.
Jeez. Auga!
Just give us a minute. We have to put our eyeballs back into our face. Our tongues have to get rolled back up into our mouths.
No. Oh, no.
So yeah, you're thinking of going all over the place, especially Venus. But suddenly, Henry interrupts your pleasant thoughts of vacation. Commander, meteorite debris dead ahead. Shall I handle evasive maneuvers, or do you want to take the controls? So this is your first choice. And so naturally, Henry would handle this routine matter, but things have been dull lately, and Henry feels you need some action.
Yeah.
So this is your first choice. Do you take controls, or do you let Henry do it?
Yeah, I take the controls.
Well, let's get to my first run through.
Oh, yeah, let's.
Because I let Henry take the controls.
Of course you did.
Because not just no, sure did. It was because the thing about this book is you can be super, super lazy, and it's really, really funny.
It is really funny.
So yeah, you can kind of pawn it off as a lazy decision, but also like, hey, you're a computer, like you should take the controls. Like, I don't want to mess up. Computer, take the controls.
Computer,
take the wheel.
Computer, drive us through the asteroids that you can't see because you're a computer.
Well, that's what happens. Because so yeah, you can either take the controls or Henry can, and if you let Henry take the controls, you die instantly. Book over. And I do not like when the books do that, where it's like the first choice you can make is 100% like instant death.
Yeah, it's literally like there is a bomb hidden among the meteorites from the second solar system war 50 Earth years ago, and Henry
exactly
gets too close and you get vaporized.
The only instance in one of the books where I think it works is Survival at Sea. The Edward Packard one we read. You can die instantly, but it's kind of your own fault.
Yeah.
Which I died instantly in that book, if you remember, but that was my own fault, and so.
Yeah,
in this one, it's not my fault. It's like
That's still your fault. You're being lazy.
I wasn't being lazy. I was being cautious.
No, you were. That's still being lazy.
Fine. So you obviously took the controls.
Yes.
Do you want to get to do your first run through?
Sure. So I took the controls, and then immediately a call comes through that's like, hey, there's an emergency. There's like, we need some help on the outer rings of Saturn. And then you have to decide to take the call or not.
Right. So yeah, you can either let someone else handle it or you can take it right away. And that's so funny because, again, throughout this book, you can choose to just be as lazy as possible, which I love.
So I took the call because I'm like, oh, I like to help people. That's why I'm a librarian. So I go out and I am gonna help the people. You have to decide when you get there if you're gonna do a sneak attack or go in blasting.
Yes.
And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do a sneak attack. I think that sounds more fun. And Henry's like, but there is only a 10% chance that will work. And I'm like, shut up, computer. Stop telling me stuff. I hate when people tell me what to do. So I do the sneak attack anyway, and then it totally works, obviously. And I'm like, suck it, Henry. And then I decide to go back onto the ship, and I'm like really excited. And he's like, Commander, you proved me wrong. Why? Oh, but before you go in, you put some mirrors in your pocket. And he's like, tell me, why did you bring the mirrors? And you're like, everybody needs a little secret every now and then, Henry. And he's like, that's a weird thing to say.
To me, a computer.
I don't really get that, but oh well. And so then you, in my favorite part of the entire thing, you make a Dagwood sandwich for yourself.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part. Okay.
It's great. But like right after you are doing this, there's like some retro fire. So you decide if you're going to go and investigate the retro fire or not. I decided to go and investigate the retro firing. He was like, it's probably nothing. And I was like, shut up, Henry. Don't tell me what to do. So then I go investigate it.
You can be lazy again and not do it.
Yeah, but I go investigate it because that's who I am as a person. And I go over there and it's nothing. And he was right. And I'm like, shut up, Henry. He's like, I told you. And I'm like, shut up. And so anyway, there's nothing going on. And then we're like just flying around or whatever. And that's when I make my Dagwood sandwich. Okay.
And there's a picture of you
Yeah.
with this huge sandwich. Is your helmet still on too?
No, it's off.
Oh, okay.
You can see your hair. And then
I think that'd be funnier.
like you little like you snap at him, and this is like my favorite part about it. He's like, I understand you completely. In any event, there's a lot of stuff to do here. It's not boring, because you're telling him how bored you are. And then you're like, all the stuff you're telling me is boring stuff, like writing reports and doing maintenance. Like, whatever, forget it. I'm going to go fix myself a sandwich. So then you make yourself a giant sandwich, and then you fall asleep while you're eating it, and you wake up and you're like, Henry, what time is it? And he doesn't answer. And then you're like walking around. You're like, Henry, what's going on? And like he doesn't answer.
Okay.
And then you decide to radio like space patrol people, and they're like, hey, what's wrong? Is something happening? And you have to decide if you're going to tell them if Henry is missing or not. If you do tell them, then you get in big trouble. But if you decide not to tell them and investigate more, then you decide that you just like shout an apology. You're like, I'm really sorry that I upset you.
I was hangry.
I was super grumpy because I want to go on my vacation and I wanted a sandwich.
Why?
And
Why?
you run a command. Command, cancel last verbal command. And then you run it. And then you lean over and type, Henry, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I apologize. And then you go to sleep and you wake up later and Henry is back. Like you literally get grumpy at the machine. You yell at him and then he like huffs off and you have to apologize for him to come back. And that was my first run through.
Very anticlimactic.
It was so boring. Though I did get to eat a Dagwood sandwich.
Yeah, I didn't get that one clearly.
Yeah.
It was, all right.
It was super silly and boring.
Well, that's kind of this book in a nutshell, where it's just kind of very abrupt. The endings are very abrupt, and the choices are very abrupt, I feel. Because there's one part I wrote down. I think it was partially in your run-through, where so you can investigate that one ship, or you can choose not to. So again, in one of my run-throughs, I chose not to. The computer's like, okay, well, whatever. And then Henry is like, hey, there's a radiation storm coming.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to do? So you can either...
you can go back in or you can stay out.
Yeah, you can handle it right away, or you can watch the new Star Wars movie.
Yes. Which is great. It's like, do you want to watch the new Star Wars holo film?
It's episode 43.
Yeah.
So you can do that. But then like there's radiation coming, so it's like, do you want to pilot? Do you want to fix the radiation right away, or do you want to finish a film? So you can just finish your film. I love how lazy you can be just for no reason. But then yeah, if you wait it out, you can do your repairs during these radiation storms. Henry can either be kind of you can either phone in the Space Patrol to like, hey, maybe send someone out to fix Henry, or you can just keep an eye on him. So I chose in this run, I chose to just kind of keep an eye on Henry. I said, well, and so the book says, well, Henry, everything looks fine. Your new sensors are working perfectly. And Henry says, thanks, Commander. Which way shall we head? Good question, Henry, you reply cheerfully. So if you decide to head for the inner planets, turn to page 54. If you decide to head out to Pluto's orbit, turn to page 36. And I was like, there's no context for either of those choices. They're all just kind of randomly put out there.
Right. It's like you don't have like this is what your normal patrol route would be.
Right.
So you should probably go here.
Exactly.
There was no like map.
Yes.
Or anything. Did you get to the space pirate part?
With the virus?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, the space virus part is the best part of the book.
Yeah.
It should have been just this whole book.
Yeah,
it was
much.
So good.
And it was very cool.
So
that was the only good part of the book.
I think so, yeah. So let's set up that part a little bit.
Yeah.
So again, this book is just slightly random because there's like random calls that come in, and you can either take them or not, more or less. Except for this one, there's like there's kind of like a distress signal, and there's a ship that says, "Hey, we have like space flu, like it's like a Venusian
space fever or something like that."
And it's highly contagious. At the end of the life cycle of this, you explode.
Yeah, and like virus particles like spread with the explosion and infect everybody around you.
Yes. And then so it gets real really fast because your training kind of kicks in, I guess. And you say, hey, this person has to be quarantined in an escape pod.
And we're going to shoot them into the sun.
Yes. And so, yeah, you have to travel to the sun. And if you don't, I will vaporize you instantly. And so, yeah, you're escorting this space vessel to the sun to possibly like proliferate and like be destroyed.
Because they're like, okay, it hasn't spread to anybody else. No one else has the fever
that we know
which is
of.
like the first symptom of it. And you're like, okay, good. Get that guy who has it into the space pod right now before it spreads to anybody else. If anybody else shows symptoms, they have to go into a space pod too.
Right.
And then you're like, now launch that baby into the sun now.
Yes.
Or I'm going to shoot up your whole plane. Like literally.
And then so, yeah, you get like a distress call from the escape pod. And it's like some guy.
It's the guy.
It's the guy that's infected. And he says like, hey, I'm part of like a revolutionary group that is like sick of peace, basically.
Yeah.
It was very abstract and weird.
Yeah, it was like, it's been too quiet lately.
Yes.
We want a riot.
Which is odd, but okay.
That's not how that typically
exactly
works.
Because there's clearly like still space pirates and like distress in the galaxy.
Yeah.
So like,
and usually when people revolt, it's because of oppression,
yes,
right? It's not because it's been too nice around here.
Yes,
we're sick of it. We're sick of it.
But
being
again,
so
that's
nice.
I think that's kind of like the Star Wars-esque of it all.
Yeah.
We're just evil for the sake of being evil.
Yes.
But anyway, so yeah, this guy, he phones in from the escape pod, and he says, "Hey, I'm part of this revolutionary group that's very evil, and the reason I contracted this space virus is because like I got it on Pluto, and we have a whole bunch of viruses there that are just ready to go out and get infect everybody."
Yeah, we're gonna send them to different places and infect people.
Right.
And he's like, I feel bad about it now. I've got like a little crisis of conscience, and that's why I'm telling you.
Yeah, he explodes, yes.
He's like, confessing this to you, and then he blows up.
Yeah,
You're like,
so-
well, it's a good thing we shot him into the sun,
Yes.
but I'm going to have to make a decision about what I'm going to do now as the space cop guy.
Yeah, so then you get to go to Pluto, and from there, there's different paths you can take.
Yeah.
Do you want to sneak on?
And it was really interesting.
It was so interesting and fun.
Because it's like, okay, are you going to disguise yourself as one of the revolutionaries? That always goes badly.
Yes,
Every single time. They're like, you're not Clump Pfeffer.
That was your code name.
Which is the dumbest code name. I love it so much. I'm going to get Clump Pfeffer tattooed onto my arm. Oh, my God. Clump Pfeffer. That's the dumbest. So, yeah, but, like, it always goes badly because, like, you reek of cop.
Yes.
You walk in and you're like, hello, fellow criminals. I'm here to do some crime.
One virus, please.
One way to kill people, please and thank you. I would like to murder people for no reason. Thanks.
That's basically your whole vibe.
And so they smell you immediately, a mile away,
So yeah, you can be Clump Pfeffer,
which is dumb.
or you can put out like a distress signal and say like, hey guys, help pirates, help, which is a weird
Yeah.
kind of maneuver too.
Yeah.
That usually doesn't go the best either.
No.
And there were a bunch of other, I can't remember them off the top of my head.
No, me neither. There was so many options. Like, and this was one too where it was cool because a lot of times you have two choices, and this time there was like three choices a lot of the time. So it's like, okay,
And it branched out further from there.
yeah. So
where-
it's like, okay, I have to make one of three choices, and then the next time I go to a choice, there's three choices there too, and it's like, oh my god. So
I hung around in that part for a bit. I
Yeah.
wish that was like either like half of the book or the whole book.
Right.
Because that was so good.
I know that could have been the whole more of the book instead of me having a domestic dispute with my robot.
Yeah.
Oh, Henry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I said it's not important about the manuals and the reports. boring, boring. Oh, but where did the little girl come in? I never found her.
Oh, we'll get to that in a bit. But basically, no matter how you deal with like the space virus people, usually it goes well for you, but you always feel like you didn't catch them all.
Yeah.
Basically. So I don't know if that was trying to like set up like a sequel or not.
Ooh, is there a sequel to Space Patrol?
I don't think so. But if that was the case, if that was what Julius was going for,
Space Patrol 2, Space Patrol Harder.
if that was what he was going for, then that branch should have been, again, like I said, half the book.
Space Patrol 3, Patrol with Vengeance. I like it. I want to
Patrol another day.
I love
No
it.
time to patrol.
I love it.
There was another branch that was really weird about you can go onto this asteroid. And did you get this part where there's a big glowing like bunker?
No, I got to a point where, I saw it when I was flipping around where there was like a thing where you could pull and then
Yes.
pull the lever. Is she the pull the lever kid?
No. So we were
Okay.
talking about two different things.
Jeez.
So yeah, there's this really weird part where you can.
Too much going on, Julius.
Yes and no. I think there kind of was because there was usually the branch they're very short, which I usually appreciate, but this branch was really long unnecessarily because like you find this kind of space bunker. You can either avoid the radiation or just kind of hang on and go for it. So if you avoid the radiation, you go onto this asteroid and there's this big like kind of space bunker and there's aliens on there, but they're all it's like basically a museum. And if you flip the switch, like you were talking about, if you flip the switch that you see in the illustrations, you kind of get transported to their like dimension and you learn all about the mysteries of the universe. But this whole branch is just, it takes so long, and there's also a part where there's like this ancient alien spaceship you can get onto, and that's how you can get transported to them, and against your will usually.
boring.
Yes.
Boring.
Mm-hmm.
Henry would not like it. No, Henry would love it. I
Yes.
don't like it.
Yeah, but that part takes way too long. But anyway, let's talk about
Yeah.
space
Space Shirley Temple.
Space Shirley Temple. So yeah, there's, again, another distress signal that you find.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can go on board. Henry says that we should be cautious. You choose to be kind of more proactive. And Henry says, your plan sounds crazy, but I've tried some of your plans that sounded crazier, and that worked, so let's go. So you jump into the life pod, and you're shouting to space, and this vessel is being attacked by pirates. You get onto the bridge, you check the radio, but you have a feeling you're not alone.
Aw, not alone on the good ship Lollipop.
So you turn around, your laser gun drawn, but all you see is a little girl in space.
Aw.
Mister,
Mm-hmm.
can I come along with you on your space adventure?
Well, that's basically what it turns out to, because she says, oh, good, my daddy made me hide until help arrived.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm. And they say, so you say, did everyone else get taken away by pirates? And she says, golly gee, yes.
Oh, dear.
They're not pirates. Daddy said they're kidnappers trying to keep him from going to an important meeting for his company. Like
Okay.
space espionage.
Okay.
She's like, he works for Space Taco Bell. They want to stop him from making the Space Mexican pizza.
That sounds delicious.
They don't want him to bring it back, even though it's really good.
Mm-hmm. You ask the little girl if she has any information, and she says, yes, I know which way they went. I'm a space scout, so I know what to do. So she's in like Space Girl Scouts.
I like that.
Selling space
Did she
cookies.
spell space? Yeah, I was just going to say that. What do you think a space cookie would be? Saturn Smileys. They would have
That's
something
fine.
like that, you know? Peanut butter Plutos.
Oh, that's fun.
Right?
There's Thin Mints. I'm trying to think of
Mints.
Thin Mars.
Thin Martian mints. Thin Martians. Thin Martians. I don't know. I would figure it all out. We would make it all happen.
But the punnier, the better.
Yep.
Mhm.
And moon pies.
Hey, moon pies. That's a good
And
one.
moon pies.
She says, I sneaked under the bridge, and I have their speed and trajectory. And you say, fantastic. And you report all your findings.
Wait, she has their speed and trajectory? I thought she was just like selling cookies.
Well, she's a space scout, and so
I
she
didn't
knows.
do that in Scouts.
What? Well, clearly you did it wrong.
Good Lord.
What did you do in Scouts?
We made s'mores and
Okay.
stuff. Camped out
Oh, okay. You didn't know the speed and trajectory of.
of disembarking space
Uh huh.
vessels. No, it was not a thing that we learned.
You didn't know if train A left the station at 60
No.
miles an hour.
We did not do complicated math.
Okay.
That was not part of the Girl Scout training program,
Maybe it should be. We should bring it back.
right? That sounds more like an Ender's Game kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
not the Scouts. No. On my honor, I will try.
So yeah, basically you report all your findings and you track down the kidnappers, and then it's basically just an abruptly the end. And I feel like a lot of the endings are just very abrupt. Like I said before, you can never go on vacation, even though that was set up in the book.
I know. I want this follow-up book to this to be your Venusian vacation on the Pleasure Planet.
Yeah,
That's a different book. That's a Chuck Tingle Choose Your Own Adventure. Chuck Tingle, get on it.
this one was kind of hard to talk about just because it's very random and abrupt, and there's really no like kind of central plot. It just kind of
No.
it jumps around so much
Yeah.
that it's just a little hard to talk about.
It is kind of weird to talk about.
But this one was okay if you kind of like your adventures a little bit more silly and kind of
Disjointed.
disjointed is a good word.
Yeah. If you
This-
really wanted a robot friend,
Mhm.
this is your guy.
This kind of felt like a return to the originals, not necessarily in the best way.
Yeah. This was like, what was that one that I had the alien friend in?
Space and Beyond.
Yeah.
It did feel a little bit like this. This
Yeah.
also has 26 endings, which, again, it very much shows
Yeah.
kind of like those original run books, as opposed to the one, kind of the later ones where it's very fewer endings, but the story is developed a little more.
True.
So this one is very undeveloped. And if you like that, I think this is an okay one.
Yeah. If that's your jam.
Mm-hmm. Your Space Jam.
If that's your space jam. Oh
How about let's get
gosh.
to... I have some emails to get to, but do you want to get to favorite endings? Did you have one?
No, my favorite ending was the one where you immediately blow up after your first choice of letting Henry take the controls, because I thought that was so funny. If you choose the lazy path of letting...
I don't think it's lazy. I think
if you
it's...
choose the path of letting the robot...
Thank you. As you roll your eyes.
I rolled my eyes very hard. If you let the robot take control, then you immediately die. And I thought that was very, very wise in our AI-focused era. I don't want robots control my life.
Taking my job.
I don't need these robots to do my job. They took our jobs.
My favorite ending, and you kind of just flipped around to it just now, is you find this vessel. There's a larger vessel attacking a smaller vessel, and you read ahead and you laughed. And so Henry's like, hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to try to blow up this larger vessel right now? Or do you want to try to like sneak on, infiltrate?
Yeah.
And so I chose to sneak on. And then, it's really quick. You sneak on really fast. So, you sneak on. There's a whole bunch of pirates. And there's they kind of captured this lady. They don't even fire at you. You fire at them, kind of like a warning shot. And it ends with saying, it isn't until you get them all rounded up, however, that you learn that this is a movie set and you ruin an entire scene. The director, though, likes your stuff and says he'll make you a star.
You're a star, baby. You're a star.
So that's one possible ending. But like I said, there's another choice where you can fire on that ship right away and not sneak aboard. The large ship is engulfed in a ball of energy. It falls in on itself and is utterly consumed, which that's a pretty cool couple sentences.
That is pretty cool.
The only problem for you, as you find out later, the whole setup was a movie set. You have destroyed a very expensive piece of stage property.
Oop.
Fortunately, no one was aboard the ship you shot at, but you are in deep trouble anyway. I just love that. Oh, you're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
So that was a fun one. Again, just kind of random, kind of going back to maybe some of the earlier Montgomery endings that are kind of like abrupt and weird. And
yeah.
So this one isn't bad. It's just, I feel like we've kind of grown in our tastes.
Yeah, we've evolved for sure.
So I don't know if this is necessarily the best one, but it was still kind of fun.
Yeah, it was fun and interesting.
Couple emails I wanted to get to really quick. Again, you can write to us at chooseyourownbookclubpodcast@gmail.com. Okay, so this email is about Space Patrol, and it's from Mark. So this is what Mark wrote. So I've not read Space Patrol in years. I still have my original copy from when I was a kid.
Ooh.
I won it as a consolation prize in elementary school. The school had an essay contest asking why you like to read. I wrote a short story about being a prince who insulted a wizard and was cursed to read all the books in the kingdom. Definitely not what they were looking for, but I had fun with it, and it got me a free book.
Nice.
I look forward to hearing your thoughts on it. So I love that response. I thought it was really fun.
That is really cute.
That it was just like, hey kid, you didn't do what we said, but just...
Here's a book, buddy. You chose your own path.
Well, I also like I like that it was like, well, you didn't do what you said, but you still did 10 times better than all the other responses. So I guess you win.
Yep. That's awesome.
So that was one email. I also got an email back again from Edward Packard. So again, the original author and creator of the series. So we've been writing to him every once in a while. So I asked him about hyperspace, and this is word for word what he wrote back. I just asked him a couple questions about it. And so I asked him, what was the inspiration behind this one? And so he wrote back, again, word for word, mostly the word itself, plus extra dimensions, places with phenomena unlike what we're familiar with. So I guess just the word was...
The word was enough.
Apparently. And then I asked another question. Did you map this one out differently? Because again, like we said in our hyperspace episode, this one goes everywhere. And it feels really random. And he said, I don't think so. Just let my imagination range more freely.
Cool.
So yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun.
He just let himself go wild.
So yeah, that again, you can email us through Gmail, or you can talk to us on Instagram.
Yo.
Because Abby posts some fun stuff there every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's also a good way to reach out to us.
Yeah.
A couple other things you should be doing. You can subscribe to us on the podcatcher of your choice. You can also go on to Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. It really helps out the podcast. You got a message on Instagram from someone, and they're like, hey, how do I rate on Spotify? And the answer is, you can't. You can only do it on Apple Podcasts, unfortunately. But it kind of like goes to other platforms too. It's a really stupid system, but it's the only system in place. So if you like the show, if you have an Apple device, you can go onto Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. It helps out the show no matter where you listen. You can also go to our Redbubble store.
Word.
We just finally launched it. And you can get some shirts, get some stickers, just get some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Help spread the word about the show.
Yeah, I linked it on our Instagram as well.
Yes. It should also be on the show notes for this episode too, and all of our previous episodes. So thanks for choosing us today, everybody. Our next book is going to be The Lost Tribe by Louise Monro Foley. We're recording this episode in a little bit. This will be an interesting conversation because we have some thoughts right off the bat. Look forward to talking about that one. Thanks for choosing us today, everybody. My name's Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name's Abby. I'm also a librarian.
This has been Choose Your Own Book Club. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Choose your own adventure.
Adventure.